Hello and welcome back for another 4-star banner reveal for 4.8 Phase 2 in Genshin Impact. The new banners are out. We're going to take a first look and see who the 4 stars are and what the weapon banner looks like for this next phase of 4.8, due out in a few days. Alright, there is Emily, and we have Yanfei, Xiangling, and Razor. Interesting. Okay, so Xiangling is great for the pyro application that she has for off-field pyro. Pretty much the one and only that we have, and the OG, the original. Cook in the kitchen there. Xiangling is quite good with her pyro application, with the lack of ICD and Pyronado's huge duration. It's a good thing if you need constellations for Xiangling. Constellation 4 does extend the duration for her Pyronado. She will undoubtedly pair very well with Emily to keep the burning reaction going for the buff and buff her damage. That is an excellent, excellent pairing. She was around recently, but the fact that she's back, clearly they're trying to give some energy to make sure that you have one of the best possible pairs with Emily for her banner. That's pretty great. We also have Yanfei. She's a solid Catalyst Pyro DPS, good on-fielder, and can also keep that burning reaction up. She gets a shield at Constellation 4 as well. You can build her as what's known as Tank Fae. If you get multiple copies of her and get her to Constellation 4, she does get quite a bit stronger as well, with her power level from the skills and her other abilities going up as you get higher and higher constellations. So having multiple copies of Yanfei can help you out if you do like her. I am an original user of Yanfei. She was my very first Constellation 6 4-star ever in Genshin, so big fan there. And she will serve you nicely. If you don't have Klee on your account, she has a 4-star. She doesn't have amazing numbers. However, her animations are fairly smooth. She's a lot easier to use than Klee. And if you like the Catalyst playstyle for a Pyro user, Yanfei does great. And then Razor. Razor is a bit of an unusual pick in my view. He hasn't been back for a while. He isn't one of my favorite characters. I know there's a lot of people who did like him early on. He was fairly powerful early on with either physical Razor, and now there's some goofy, silly things you can do now with some builds that are out there. There's one you can look up. I believe Jeff created it. It is Thundering Fury, a bit of a silly name, but it involves like C6 Bennett and keeping Razor doing his thing with Thundering Fury artifact set. And I'm sure that's just to mix the banner up a bit. And of course, we have Yelan on the other banner as well. Xiangling's great with Xiangling for the Vaporize team with the Hydro app increasing her damage. Same thing with Yanfei, pairs pretty well for Vaporize as well. If you're using Razor, I suppose you could do some kind of silly electrocharge stuff. Yelan's going to basically carry Razor though, in my opinion. But if you're using Razor, it's because you like him. If you want to do Thundering Fury, I suppose having constellations might help there. I'm not sure. I've never used the build myself, but if it does rely on constellations for Razor, having them would make him stronger. So of course the weapons, we have Emily's weapon and Yelan's weapon. But also we have Fav Bow, we have the Flute, we have Fav Lance, and Aquamarine, and the Wandering Evenstar. So overall, as far as the weapons on there, I mean, Fav Bow is great if you don't have a Fav Bow for that's high refinement for Yelan. It's good to get that. If you are going for her weapon, you get a few Fav Bows on the way. If you don't end up getting her weapon, that's a win. Having a couple of Fav Bows on your account can help as well. Overall, I think the 5 stars on here. If you're going for Emily's weapon, getting Aqua is not a bad thing. The other weapons, Favonia's weapons are some of the best in the game. They're very useful for supports on having them. Aquamarine and even Wandering Even Star are kind of meh. I mean, they're certainly they're there. I've never sought them out. Don't wish for 4 stars on a weapon banner. It's definitely a trap. It can be a huge Primo Gems sink, so just keep an eye out there. And sadly, as cool as the flute looks, it doesn't have a whole lot of use. So it's kind of a dead weight there on the banner. But yeah, those are the 4 stars on the 4.8 Phase 2 banner. I'm pretty excited to wish for Emily. And on another account, I'll be wishing for constellations for Yelan, and I'll also be going for weapons. So quite a bit of wishing coming up for me. Let me know who you will be wishing for in 4.8 Phase 2 down there in the comments, and we will see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.